Okay, I'm gonna go on and start back now. I made another video in between the last one, but it was all menu work, so I decided to cut that out and just forget about it. Anyway, though, I want to show something I discovered. I was going to sell off all of my extra equipment. As you can see, I got rid of it. And what I've done was you just press your triangle on it and it'll say recycle. You don't have to take anything out of it or recycle any of the stuff that's in it separately. It takes that into account and it will recycle all of it. I've left myself basically, you know, one hammer, one axe, and one sword, and I upgraded everything I had so that it's a little bit different now. So I am pretty much max upgraded with all the best stuff. I'm going to go on and try to find the next quest. Okay. The disappearing guard. Okay. So I just got to go in here. I actually lost. I had 120 pounds of weight on him, I believe, when I went into the menu. And the last time I looked at it, it was at 80. That was...
I gotta go face him.
Okay.
Well, first go see your steward before the villagers decide to burn me at the stake. I mean, if you want to, Vulcan.
It'll probably turn into an interrogation pretty quickly. Try not to make it worse for yourself. And don't kill anyone, for starters. Especially if he's wearing red.
That seems reasonable to me, for the moment.
Anyway, I'm trying to see now. I have 67 weight. I was at 120, 115, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty happy with that now. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with Private Bumpkin here, but...
My respect, sir.
I am not a... Greetings, soldier.
Okay, see you later.
See you later, soldier.
Alright. What I want to do is basically get the secondary quest and all that taken care of as soon as I can.
Greetings, Vulcan.
Okay.
I found some of the supplies you need to improve the guard's equipment.
Excellent. I have everything I need. I'll finally be able to make some decent equipment.
I'll tell the guard leader. He'll be glad to hear that. I'd like to ask you a few things. So, feeling better since you got your forge back?
Much better. I don't need to beg people anymore to make enough to eat. I'm back to work, and it's doing wonders for me. Even the steward is taking an interest in me. He came by to see me earlier and seemed pretty glad to have a second smith in the village. I have to say, the other's an effort. I mean, he's difficult, so...
Alright. I'm gonna see if I can go talk to the other blacksmith now. Alright, okay, so it did take the other, quest from me. I'm still gonna go talk to him, though. I'm trying to figure out where he was at, though. Okay. Yeah, it actually, it does still... No. I guess it did take it. I'm just not sure of where he's actually at now. I'm really starting to like this game a whole lot more the more I play it.
So, you have returned. What is your desire?
I need more info about Valverde.
Okay.
And you have decided that
What can you tell me about this?
Oh, don't expect me to say anything bad about Bertolf Chambriard. I'm not always in agreement with him, but I can see that he knows his business. And he keeps the village relatively safe.
I'm going to try to go through these pretty fast and skip through them, so, you know, bear with me on it.
What can you tell me about them?
Oh, don't expect me to...
It's not often you see an elf blending in with others.
To my knowledge, I was the only one. That is until Prince Arundel...
Not at all.
Well, it does for me. His Majesty the Prince of Imbeciles is...
Do you know the woman who runs the healing house?
Oh, of course. She's all one hears about lately. Everyone here will tell you that she's everyone but me. The woman's insane. There are already far too many mouths to feed in this camp. Clearly.
And the Red Scribes?
No, certainly. A boring bunch of fusspots, spreading science and well, at least they're kind enough to leave me alone. Unlike some.
Okay.
Let's talk about something. Show me
See what he
you have
has
to
for
say.
sale. He actually sells refined metal. He sells steel as well. Oh, I would love to have some steel. I don't quite have enough. Alright, I have 9 refined metal left. Okay. Well, I know how to get it all now, so I never did see these before. Pretty cool. Okay, so that just takes me back there. Loading. I'm not sure what that was about, but that was kind of weird.
Vulcan, unless I miss my guess. What brings you here?
Let's talk about your... How's your assistant doing?
Alas, there's been no improvement. He's awake, but
Okay.
You got everything you need.
Thank you for your help.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like some info. So what do you think of this steward?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Too late if you ask me.
If I were you, I'd be wary of him. He is not as honorable as he would have you believe. Know that before the war, he was just a lackey, bowing and scraping before all the people of power that passed by. Due to a superior's mistake, he thinks he's in charge now. He's a latecomer, nothing but an opportunist, ready to do anything to keep his little piece of power. I've had the misfortune of experiencing his sense of priorities. When he no longer has a use for you, he lets you know you're not welcome.
We're at war. The situation is not easy. He seems to be doing all right.
At what price? By herding refugees like animals? By not giving them even the minimum to survive? By eliminating those who oppose him?
Who oppose him?
I didn't found the House of Healing alone. It was with my husband, Ron. He was not a great warrior, nor a renowned strategist. His only gift was for healing. He was my teacher before becoming my husband. The steward welcomed us with open arms. We took care of his men, his villagers. Then the refugees started arriving in greater numbers. Too many for Shamriad, who ended up closing the gates and pretending that these people simply didn't exist. Ron was furious. He tried to make him understand that he would heal everyone, no matter what. And if the self-proclaimed leader of the village wasn't capable of taking care of anyone other than himself, that he would do it. A few days later, I came back from the swamps to discover Ron in agony in the healing house. He had been poisoned.
You think this was the work of the steward?
Who else would have reason to kill him? Everyone loved him and counted on him. Shamriad thought that without him, the healing house would close, and that the number of refugees would diminish naturally. Unfortunately for him, I will continue my husband's good work, even unto my dying breath. He gave me an even greater reason to keep going.
This healing house is a waste of time and resources. These people are but dead weight.
Oh, what happened? Where'd they all come from?
What did you do before the war?
Okay.
Before the war? Please don't tell me you're naive enough to believe that this war only started 10 years ago.
That's what everybody says.
I come from Shorelin, a faraway land in the north that the Ice Lords probably wiped off the map some time ago. Because no one is left to write the history books, other than a fanatical cult more interested in arcane magic than in human science or medicine. The fact remains that the war is far more ancient than that. For as long as I can remember, I have always known war. I was only just learning to walk when Marshal Winters invaded my homeland.
I have heard of this Ice Lord. Winters the Bloodthirsty.
I wandered along the main roads for years, always heading further south, staying just ahead of the advancing Deadwalkers. First with my sister and a family of neighbors. Then just with my sister. Then all alone. Until the day I met the man who would become my husband. A remarkable elf, who taught me how to heal, and how to love, and help those near me. But after years of fleeing, and ending up here in this isolated village so in need of healers, we decided to put down roots. Roan died 8 months ago, leaving me alone, and in charge of the House of Healing that we had built together.
Okay.
Who are these refugees you're helping?
They are the outcasts of the war. Those who didn't have the privilege of dying in combat, or who lack knowledge of the arts of the Forge. No one wants them. If I don't help them, nobody will.
You're doing the right thing. Taking care of them is good for everybody's morale. The ones who do the fighting want to know they aren't doing it for nothing, and that their people won't be abandoned while they're gone.
That is far from the only reason. But I'm very happy to hear you say it.
See, I'm a good guy. Okay. See what she has to buy. Tainted blood. Okay. Tainted blood. Alright. I think I had just seen that a minute ago anyway. And...
Is it true you killed the beast?
Is it true you quit the booze?
What? Ah, that's a load of bollocks.
I thought so, but I did kill the beast.
Right. Okay then. You and me, we got off on the wrong foot. We owe you one. That's a man's job you done.
I found your soldiers' bodies.
They were my best. I mean, it's sad. So, did you bring back their weapons? I know it's not pretty, but we need them bad.
Yeah, I brought you back their stuff. I just hope it helps the survivors.
Oh, I suppose it's better than nothing. I know I said I wasn't going to pay you, but those lads won't be collecting their pay, so... Here, you have it.
About those sentry guards.
Okay.
A barfly like you probably knows a lot about the people here, I'm guessing.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Okay.
What's your opinion of the steward?
My opinion? Tell the truth, I never liked how he talks, like an elf reject. But he does what he can. And honestly, he manages better than I do. Him and me, we ain't always seen eye to eye. For example, if it had been up to me, I'd have driven them refugees back into the swamps. And fuck what that bleeding art apothecary says.
How is it going with the refugees?
I'm not a monster. I got nothing against sheltering a few brave souls. Most of my lads are blokes who are here to protect their families. But enough is enough. I just can't protect everybody. You can't squeeze a whole city into a fucking life raft.
How well do you know Randall?
Wow, not enough to trust him with his heirs and all. The night with this and the night with that. Having said that, he has saved us from a few accidents in the village. He's a damn good fighter, and he don't ask questions. Balls of steel, that one. Sometimes I think he must have a death wish or something. If that's so, he ain't taking the easy way out. But then, who gives a toss? When he turned up a few weeks ago, it certainly took some of the pressure off. But he acts like his shit don't stink. Obviously, me and the lads aren't good enough for the likes of him.
You look like you could probably handle a sword. How come you didn't get recruited?
Oh, just unlucky, I suppose. Last time an Alliance recruiter come through, I was stuck in the crapper. Worst dose of the shits I ever had.
Forget I even asked.
So, I never got to the front. Can't tell you how much I regret that.
Okay, so
I'm going.
gotta see if there's anything else I need to do. And I'm very sorry if you hear there's someone snoring very loudly in my background. Okay, so inform Mason that the blacksmith is ready to repair the watch's equipment. Okay, talk to Sybil. Okay, chapter 2 of Act 1. I've heard that there's 10 chapters, counting the first, like the prologue or whatever it's called. So anyway, I'm going to try to figure out what I'm doing. I guess I got to go back and talk to him again. I hate that I actually just done anything with these because those are nice. Let me see what I can craft for them. Okay, so damage from my orb of fire, physical resistance plus 5%. You know what? That is actually probably worth it. And so this is all you do to recycle. You just hit your triangle and there you go. I got some raw metal, refined to gemstone, leather. It's not what you put into it, but it is better than selling it to the blacksmith, I think, anyway. Anyway, let me talk to him one more time.
Tell your boys to go see the blacksmith. He'll repair their armor and weapons now.
Finally, some good news. Great job. That fucking asshole has been refusing to help me if I won't go scouring for his raw materials all over the swamp, as if I was his slave.
You have the nerve of some people, right?
Take this for your trouble.
I'm going.
Alright. Swordsman's helmet. Let me check this out. It's +5 to that, but you know, I really like it. I like the looks of this one better, but I think it would be better to go with this one. So yeah, I'm going to go on and switch. The one thing I dislike about this is that he doesn't have a very good hairstyle at all. I was just upset with his hairstyles and all. Let me see about my side quest now. The orphan. I need to go talk to Sybil. So I'm not sure where she will be.
I'd rather stay here if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
You're not planning to give me the slip by any chance, are you?
I don't like the idea of getting locked up by the Red Scribes again. It might provoke me into a loss of my legendary restraint. And I'm sure that you don't want to have to scrape another one of your employers up off the ground.
Well, it's true that I prefer they remain in one piece. All right, fine, you can stay here. But if you do get it in your head to run away, I will find you. You won't like it when I do.
I'm trembling, but yes, I'll wait here.
She seems to be pretty cool, though. Ooh. So after I finish this,
this famous beast.
Found it and killed it. But don't hold your breath waiting for its fur for next winter, because I didn't bring it back for you.
Excellent news. I knew the village could count on you.
Actually, not so excellent. Alis is dead.
Dead? But no, that's not possible. Are you sure?
When it doesn't move and it doesn't breathe and it looks at you with an even stupider gaze than one of your guards, that generally means it's dead, yeah.
I demand that you show some respect. The Red Scribes are a precious help to us here. Aeolus was a useful man, a good man, and he was under your care.
Precious hell. Huh. You know the beast didn't get there by accident, right? Your precious friends put it there to guard a woman that they've been secretly holding prisoner for weeks.
A woman? In the middle of the swamp? That is unusual. But why would the scribes choose to do such a thing?
Other than the fact that they're walking libraries, we know nothing about their sect. Nobody's got any idea what they're capable of. But everybody keeps their mouths shut because they can do a few tricks. And we never had better doctors. Aeolus was even ready to kill his own daughter to cover up his secrets.
What nonsense is this? How can you make such ridiculous accusations? Am I to understand he died at your hands?
He was killed by his own magic. I had nothing to do with it. If you ask me, the guy was not much better than the Ice Lords. And as for my accusations, I'm just telling you what I saw with my own eyes. Don't believe me. Ask his daughter. She'll confirm everything I've told you.
You can be assured that I shall. What do you know of this prisoner? If Aeolus held her captive, she must have been dangerous.
I don't know much. Edwin isn't exactly the talkative type.
Well then, you must find out immediately. As of now, she is your responsibility.
all right.
I should deliver her to the Red Scribes without any further ado. Yet, after what you have told me, I no longer know what to think. She will be given a fair hearing. Until that time, she never leaves your presence. If there is the least incident, I promise you, you shall answer for it. And there is no prison here, in case you had not noticed.
Okay. Sounds fair to me.
However low your opinion was of Eolis, his death is a great loss for Valvanor. He was meant to be looking into a most disturbing matter.
All right, I can see where this is headed. What do you want?
There is no guarantee that you have the necessary skills to handle this matter, Freeborn Blade. Even Mirana is flummoxed.
What is it? An epidemic?
That's exactly what I'd like to know. Several of the villagers have been behaving curiously of late. They have become distant, taciturn, and barely react to the world around them.
They're just hungover. You'd know if you got drunk more often. And you look like you need to.
I believe there are a few here who know the difference. It's something else. They seem very concentrated, as though they are observing us. I feared some kind of sickness, and that it will spread throughout the village.
Got it. I'll slap them around a little. That should wake them up.
My goodness. That's not exactly what I had in mind, but I must confess the results interest me more than the methods.
That's gonna be my method, so let's leave it at that if you don't mind. I'm not helping you because you made puppy eyes at the captain.
Okay, so, when I get done with this video, I have to do some stuff online before I can make another video, but I will continue playing pretty soon. I'm trying to find the girl, Sybil, and I do not know where she's at all, so I'm a little confused by what's going on here. About how to find people, I should say. Okay, that don't look right.
The Order of the Freeborn Blades is of great repute. The mercenary does honor to its name.
Alright.
The mercenary's powers are both astonishing and fascinating. The knight would like to duel with the mercenary, that he may judge the mercenary's strength.
Okay,
Sure.
We'll try this.
Down a good fight. But maybe we should take it outside if we don't want to break everything in here.
The knight is honored and bows to his adversary's wisdom.
This is going to be pretty cool now. I hope I can beat him. I'm going to fire up some fire magic right quick and whip up on him if I can.
That his adversary will not hold back his blows.
Oh, you can count on it.
All right. Okay. Alright, I'm going to have to pick up some. There we go.
The knight has never before battled an adversary with such power. He believes that he could be that which is needed to change the course of this war.
You fight pretty good yourself. Where did you learn your moves? Can't believe you learned to fight like that in this backwater.
The knight has traveled far and fought many battles. He has only lived in this village for a short time.
What are you doing in the middle of these swamps when you could be making a difference on the battlefield?
The knight has fought a great many battles, but he feels he can be more useful protecting those who have nothing left.
I have
Okay,
to go.
cool.
I'm glad we could test each other's mettle. It was fun.
Before his adversary rushes off to fight other battles, the knight has a question for him. He wishes to know if the freeborn blades like him to join them.
I'm not the one who decides who joins the company, but I can ask the captain for you.
He has thought long on it, and wishes it would be so.
Well, that's great. I'll ask him, but I can't promise you anything.
Alright. So I'm going
As
to...
I understand it,
Yeah.
some people are behaving even more stupidly than they normally do.
That's right. They have asked me to check it out.
Perfect. I'll come along with you.
Hang on. What is your interest in all of this? Is there something you're not telling me? What are you trying to prove by coming with me?
How perceptive. How brilliant.
Yeah, great. Just tell me what you know or think you know about all of this.
All right, but keep it to yourself for the moment. We don't want to start a panic. At least, not until we're completely sure of ourselves. It seems to me that I recognize these symptoms, and if I am right, these people are possessed.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm not yet certain. We absolutely must inspect and investigate further in order to be sure. But I think the Deadwalker army is behind all of this.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go on and cut off here and level up, and I got some things to do, and then I'll get back to making the next set of videos and all. So I believe I've got enough to make 3 or 4 videos now. But that's all for now. I'll be back again with another video soon. See you later.